What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I hope you like this video. This is the Real Housewives of Potomac, season 6, episode 7. So, Gossip Girl. So, we pick up, we have the ladies on their way. After Karen gave Wendy her pep talk, they on their way up to the ladies that were in the guest house, were on their way up to the main house. They're trying to figure out how to work this golf cart, honey. And then you had the ladies up in the main house for eating breakfast and all that good stuff. And of course they got to talking about what had happened the night before, and Gizelle basically saying she ain't feel no kind of way about what she said to Wendy, and if Wendy was upset and crying about it, oh well, that's on her. Then what else was they talking about? They was talking about the girls before they got their child. So the ladies get there, and of course now Wendy done changed into her bathing suit because Karen done told her, don't let nobody steal your shine, girl. If you want to wear that cutout bathing suit, baby, wear that cutout bathing suit, do what you do. And that's what she had done. So she decides that she show up to breakfast, and Gizelle is making these faces. Y'all know how y'all know production is giving us all these faces. And so Gizelle asked Robyn to come with her. They gonna finish eating breakfast upstairs. Talking about they got a business meeting. Child, you ain't got no damn business meeting. Now, of course, everybody assumed that Gizelle pulled Robyn away so they could go talk shit about the rest of the ladies. But actually, Gizelle had pulled Robyn away so she could give Robyn a little bit of tough love. Now, on one hand, there are a lot of things that could be said. Because the one thing you could say is, well, you have enough respect to pull Robyn away when you have something negative or nasty or tough love to say to her, and you don't give none of the other ladies that respect. But her and Robyn are friends for real, and she don't really feel no kind of way about the rest of them ladies. The other thing you could say is, did she really need to give Robyn tough love? Because I feel like there was a little bit of tough love given to Robyn the night before. But when you hear the conversation, some of what she was saying to Robyn ain't wrong, And she said, Robyn, listen, I see you and I see all the growth and I see that you are winning. Do you not see in other people? You do not see what other people see in you? And Robyn was like, yeah, I don't. And, Robyn brought up a good point. She said, I think a part of me is afraid to succeed. She didn't use the word succeed. I'm using the word succeed because I'm afraid of the fall. And, of course, they had to revisit what happened to her and Juan before, where the bankruptcy and them losing all their money and the foreclosure and all of that stuff. And she said that she's just afraid of that. She said, people have reached out to me, retailers have reached out to me, they want to put my hat in their stores, but I don't answer the calls, I don't respond, because there's a part of me, and I think part of it is she's afraid of success, because there's a lot of work in being successful. And we drag our feet. Hell, I've been dragging my feet on some projects that I've been working on for a long time, and I have to ask myself, why are you dragging your feet? Why are you not finishing these projects? Because once you finish the project, then you got to do something with it. And it's that fear of success and that fear of failure. They're very real. And then again, I also want to just sprinkle in the fact that I think there is some legitimate I do think there's some legitimate depression in what Robyn has been experiencing. Anyway. But, so she gave her that little bit of tough love, honey. So next thing you know, while this is going on downstairs, Karen tries to pull Candace aside and have a conversation with Candace about the whole situation between Gizelle, and Gizelle making comments about her husband and that kind of thing. And she was like, you need to look out for Gizelle. I didn't really appreciate some of the comments she made and some of the insinuations she made about your husband. And Candace was like, listen, Candace had the perfect answer. She said, I've come to the conclusion that Gizelle cannot be tactful all the time. Can she be tactful any of the time? That's the question. Any of the time. So while this is all going on, I'm sorry. So then next thing you know, they go into the pool, and we know that Gizelle is leading water aerobics. Now everybody got in the water except for Karen, because she said she can't get that lace wet, honey, because she got to go to her swearing in ceremony, and this hair got to last. Okay. Then you have Mia, who she eventually got in, but she didn't do the water aerobics, but she did eventually get in the water. And then while they were doing that, Ashley shows up, you know. Now, while the ladies are in the pool doing their water aerobics, Karen sort of gives Alice, I can get these names right, Ashley, the rundown on what had happened at dinner and so forth and so on. And here go Ashley, oh, well, I don't think it was meant that way. Oh, well, I don't think Gizelle would do. That doesn't sound like my friend. Girl, who the hell it don't sound like? There was nothing that Karen said that didn't sound like something Gizelle would do. And Ashley, stop acting like you so oblivious that you can't see the person that Gizelle is. Just because y'all cool right now, don't act like she can't be that person. Girl, bye. So then somebody told me to stop doing that, y'all. I don't even realize I'm doing it. I don't even realize I'm popping my lips. My bad. Somebody told me to stop doing that in my videos. Anyway, so then we have after the water aerobics was over and all that good stuff, we see Gizelle talking to Ashley. And of course, Ashley is letting Gizelle know, yeah, Karen said that this happened, that happened, but I just think it was exaggerated a little bit. And so Gizelle starts talking to Ashley about what happened with the whole Eddie thing and Wendy, and once again bringing up these rumors. And Ashley was like, well, maybe we need to talk to her, because maybe we need to really have a conversation with her, and talk about it. And Gizelle going to hype Ashley up, talking about, maybe you should talk to her. Because, I don't know, maybe she would, because of everything that happened with you and Michael, maybe she would receive it better coming from you. The same way you pulled Robyn aside and had a conversation with Robyn is the same way if you really feel some kind of way about Wendy and you was really concerned and it was really coming from an honest place, you would have had that same conversation with Wendy. You, just because Ashley done been through a quote-unquote cheating scandal don't mean that she in a better position. Hell, you ain't never filed for bankruptcy, but you talked to Robyn about hers. I said, ain't this some bull hockey? So the ladies are going to lunch. They're all meeting down at a little spot down on the water for lunch. Now, Robyn, I guess, being motivated by all these conversations and encouragement and a little bit of pushing, pride, and a little tough love, she stayed back for a few minutes because she said, I got some work to do and I really need to finish this and send these emails out, honey. So they went on to lunch without her, okay? Now, Ashley has been drinking since she got there. I guess she gonna pump and dump because, she's still breastfeeding, honey. And I ain't mad at her, okay? She away from the boys for a couple of hours and she said, listen, last year I wouldn't leave Dean for a couple of hours, and here I am leaving two churn, and I am good with it. And I feel like we've come a long way. She talked about her placenta helping. I'm not, nope. Bravo, y'all didn't have to show us. Y'all didn't have to show us her placenta. Y'all didn't have to show us y'all cutting up the placenta and drying it out and turning it into a pill. I could have lived the rest of my life without seeing none of that. But you made me watch it. You made me. I didn't need to see none of that. Just so you know. So now we're at dinner. We're at lunch, and Wendy got a nice little Ivy Park outfit on, honey. It was, straight off the Ivy Park latest collection. Well, not the latest, because the new collection is the rodeo collection. But the collection before that, it was nice and fresh, honey. I said, okay, Miss Wendy, with your Ivy Park on. So while they're at lunch, Wendy brings up the whole situation from last night and how she felt about Gizelle, or maybe Gizelle brought it. Anyway, somebody brought the damn thing up. And Wendy did articulate herself well. And Wendy did say, listen, I felt some kind of way about what you said. I felt like you was judging me. I felt like, that you were body shaming me. And Gizelle was like, I ain't saying none of that. Like, whatever you dealing with, that's on you. And the whole time this is going on, Ashley at the other end of the table talking about something. I don't think that's what she meant. I don't feel like that's what she said. How you wasn't there? See, that's the stuff. Look, Ashley understands the assignment, okay? But Ashley, you weren't there. You don't have an opinion about a conversation you were not a part of. Ma'am, please and thank you. Just sit on the end of that table, drink your Corona Light, and enjoy your damn lunch. So then Wendy was like, well, the comment that really got me was the comment about you lack substance. And Mia was like, I had to co-sign on that, honey. I had to co-sign on that. And Wendy was like, Gizelle apologized, and Wendy didn't really accept her apology. Wendy was like, if she really felt some kind of way, she would have pulled me aside. And again, I already said that because the same way you pulled Robyn aside, pulled her from breakfast with everybody else to have that conversation, is the same way you could have had that conversation with Wendy if you really felt some kind of way and it was really in Wendy's best interest, right? So then Robyn rolls up and Robyn is like, what did I miss? So, of course, they got a recap to Robyn. Gizelle was like, well, Wendy didn't appreciate what I said. She said I didn't have any substance and yada, yada, yada. So then Wendy was like, well, this is why people don't talk about their plastic surgery, because this is what happens. So then here come Ashley. That's not it. That's not it. Nobody has a problem with your plastic surgery. It's just that the 2 times I've seen you, your girls were on display. Now Candace is getting irritated because she was like, why Ashley inserting herself in a situation she won't even there for the conversation, which is what I said. So then, here come Mia want to kind of defend the situation, talking about, well, in Gizelle's defense, girl. So now Gizelle talking about something, well, let's be honest, you really do talk to us like we are on CNN. Girl, then Wendy gonna pick up her phone talking about something, oh yeah, I forgot to confirm whether I was gonna be on CNN this week or not. And I was like, now Wendy, now you're being passive aggressive because you didn't have to pick up your phone in that moment. If that conversation was really real to you and you were really trying to resolve something, you ain't have to pick your phone up and dismiss Gizelle that way. But again, it is what it is, child. And so Gizelle was like, see, that's why I don't nobody. She was like, listen, see, that's why I can't talk to you because you just dismissing me. You dismissing me. So then Mia says, well, whenever I see someone that's kind of revealing, I always feel like I got to check in because, like that outfit you had on, you had on that whole thong. And she was like, that was an outfit from Zara. She gonna say, well, Victoria's Secret makes outfits too, but that don't mean you have to wear them out in public. Girl, Wendy said, you have a whole past that I don't judge you for. I don't say nothing to you about being a former stripper. Why, Mia, here go lie number 372 that you come up with this season. I never said I was a stripper. I was an entertainer. When he was like, but you worked at a strip club. No, I didn't. No, you didn't strip. So y'all know Bravo rolled that beautiful beam footage. And they showed us where you had said that you worked as a stripper at a strip club. Now, while all this was going on, Wendy did take time to thank Karen for being there for her and having her back and being that support child. She even looked like she shed a tear, almost shed a tear, child. But it is what it is. And, by the time it was over with, baby, child. And so then in the midst of all of that, let me tell you who wins the award is Candace ass, because they were like, well, if we're going to start judging fashion, Gizelle wins the award because we know Gizelle and her fashions, or lack thereof. It is what it is. Gizelle saying that Wendy is defensive. Wendy is saying that they are judgmental. And all of this does is set us up for the read of the century. Okay. So we get back to the house, honey. The ladies get back to the house, and we know we have the whiskey tasting, which I would love to have been there for, because y'all know I love me some good whiskey. Y'all know that's my middle name. It's Jack. I had me some Uncle Nearest this weekend. Anyway, if you don't know who Uncle Nearest is, Google it. And so we get back to the house, and the people are there setting up for the whiskey tasting and stuff like that. And so, it looks like a good time. Robyn decides that she gonna get drunk and she just gonna drink the whole flight at one time. She ain't gonna wait for the people to explain what the flight is, what they supposed to be tasting, how they supposed to be tasting it. She just gonna take it all in, all at one time. Just go. I said, okay, Robyn, you was trying to get drunk real quick and in a hurry. I feel like Robyn was like, I know what's about to go down, and I don't want no parts of it. Okay, I don't want no parts of it. So at a certain point, Ashley says, I'm getting ready to leave. Wendy, can I talk to you for a minute? Now, Wendy's first instinct, she should have stuck with, because Wendy was like, what you need to talk to me about? And Ashley was like, well, I just want to talk to you outside. I don't want to say it in front of the group. So Gizelle going to try to act like she don't know what's going on, child. She go outside, Wendy and Ashley go outside to have this conversation, and Ashley drops the bomb and says, these rumors are out there, and maybe, we're a little bit concerned. We've talked amongst ourselves, and we're a little bit concerned that maybe all of this that you're doing, the plastic surgery, the flaunting and flossing, is to basically double down and show everybody, yes, me and my man are good. Everything is good. We are all good. Now, I think one of the biggest things that triggered Wendy in that conversation was we've talked amongst the group. Whenever you feel like you are the topic of discussion, that is going to always be a trigger. Whatever they talking about, whether it's your weight, whether it's your job, whether it's your man, okay? And the fact that now it is about your man and it was something that was on a blog. Now, Wendy is on 20. Wendy's pissed off at Ashley. Wendy is pissed off at Gizelle. So, baby, because Ashley let it be known that her and Gizelle had this conversation, okay? So Wendy was like to Ashley, listen, if Gizelle was so concerned and Gizelle really had such a big issue and was so concerned about what was going on between me and Eddie, she could have pulled me aside and had a friend and talked to me like a friend. Like you're doing now, she could have done it. And Ashley was like, well, last night, everything was so crazy last night. She was like, Gizelle didn't know that I was upset last night. She didn't know until today that what she had done last night bothered me. So she could have come to me and said whatever she needed to say to me last night. But the fact is, and Ashley was like, well, it wasn't malicious. It wasn't like we were keying about you. It was just, we just thought that we were concerned. And that's why I'm, talking to you about it. And Wendy was like, yeah, nah, I'm not buying it. Gizelle is a spawn of the devil. And let's go have a conversation. And baby, the next 10 minutes. And we all know that in reality TV, it is edited. And I feel like if they gave us 10 minutes of this read, it probably lasted a lot longer. And what I find so interesting about Miss Gizelle is that she can dish it. But the minute somebody ready to give it back to her, the minute they get ready to read her ass, she don't have nothing to say. That whole time that Wendy laid her ass out, Gizelle didn't have shit to say. She just sat on that couch and let Wendy go. Baby. So Wendy said, baby, let's have a conversation. She said, first of all, I heard that y'all had some things to say about me. And they was like, who, what? And Wendy went around the room. Well, did you say it? What did you say it? What did you say it? Was it you? Baby, everybody was like, I don't know nothing about it, including Robyn. Robyn was like, I don't know about this. Oh, no, don't put me in it. So Wendy starts looking dead at Gizelle and was like, do not address my husband. And when Gizelle was like, why are you talking to me? She said, because it was your ass that was talking about my husband. She gonna look at Ashley talking about something. Did you tell her what I said? See, that's why you should have had the conversation with her yourself. And you wouldn't have to worry about what somebody said or didn't say, or whether they said the right thing or didn't say the right thing. Okay? Baby. Wendy was like, no, ma'am. Child. So then, I'm trying to listen. I want to get it all in, y'all. So then, Robyn throws her little 2 cents in, wanting to know what was said. And Wendy was like, don't worry about what was said. You can ask your little friend. And she had told Gizelle, I'm telling you nicely. And Gizelle was like, I don't care how you say it. You can say it nicely. You can say it meanly. I don't care. Wendy said, listen, let me tell you something. I don't give a damn about these cameras. Baby, when she said that, Karen's face was like, oh, shit. Because it was like, oh, we done been through this before. Oh, shit. She said, keep my husband's name out your mouth. Don't say nothing about my husband. And Robyn was like, listen, I just want to know what was said. You the one that came in here and was like, you got a whole, announcement to make. And Wendy was like, listen, ask your friends. They'll tell you. Ask your friends. They'll tell you what it was. She was like, if it's somebody that don't have a real relationship to worry about, and here go Mia. She does have a relationship. She has one. And Robyn was like, I could care less what she has to say because I'm not going to give it this much credit. I'm not giving it this much energy. Now, to everybody's defense, the blogs have said shit about all of them and their significant others. And at a certain point, you do have to let it roll off your back. So, Wendy, it was definitely entertaining to watch, but you did do a lot for a rumor. But it was entertaining as hell to watch, baby. Then she lit into Gizelle. First she left and came back. It was almost like she thought about some shit. Baby, she came back. And when I say she lit into Gizelle, about Jamal Bryant, about, you got this man that's cheating on you all over Baltimore, and you still feel fit to bring him around your children. See, we are not the same. We are not the same. Do you see the difference between what I have and what you want? I was like, damn. Because my thing is, that's still they daddy. That's they daddy. Like, even if she won't messing with him again, that's they daddy. Baby. Baby, when I say Wendy read, Gizelle up one side and down the other, and all Gizelle could do was sit there with that look on her face and drinking on that sip. She said, you are everything that everybody ever said about you. You are the spawn of the devil. You are a terrible human being. I said, damn. Damn. Like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Baby, when she left and came back, though, like she had reloaded her gun, bitch. So once that was, so then here go Ashley trying to tip out. Ashley trying to tip out like, oh shit. And Candace was right. Candace went to her and said, what was your reason for this? You started all this bullshit down. You packing up your bags and you going home. Now, Ashley did throw it back at Candace. Because Candace was like, don't nobody bring nothing malicious from the blogs into this group. We don't do that. It's on the blogs. It is what it is. But we don't bring it into the group. We don't bring this back to the group. And she was like, girl, please, you be hanging with the blogs just like the rest of us. Which, that's another conversation for another day about who talks to the blogs and what they say to the blogs, baby. And she told her to get her breast milk and go, honey. Told her to go. And she was already leaving. But I was like, listen, y'all know like I know that Ashley understands the assignment. Ashley understands the assignment. She knew what her job was. Ashley rolled in and caused total havoc in 4 hours. Okay? So then Mia asked a good question. Mia said, if Gizelle had brought that to you, would you have had the same reaction? And she was like, no. Because again, I would have felt like my friend coming to me is talking to me one-on-one and not going from person to person to person and creating a whole situation. So, baby, that was the episode. Listen, next week, it looks like it calms down a little bit. Just a little bit. But, baby, I don't know. That was the best read. That damn read, that Wendy, I can't do it justice. If you ain't see it, you better go watch it. But that read Wendy gave Gizelle, baby, everything. When I say everything, I mean everything. Okay? Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think. Drop it in them comments. Peace.